Well, good morning everybody. Welcome to another live stream video. This one, the Zwift Racing League Showdown Series 2025. And this one's going to be a points race taking place on Glyph heights. I haven't really done the recon videos for these rides purely because there's different races for different categories, so it's a little bit difficult to recon videos out for them, especially with the time constraints of trying to get them filmed and out to you. So hopefully people racing later on in Europe and across different time zones this evening will be able to use this as a bit of an insight as the points race. There's two sprint segments for FTS and FAL points. They come shortly after we leave the start pens really. And then Mayon Mountain Com is up for FTS and FAL points twice because we climb it to start with and then we climb it to finish on my fourth recce that I've done. And also the Syco-list is also up for FTS and FAL points. So in total there's two sprints, two climbs in this race. The two sprints are only available once for FTS and FAL points, and then the Mayon Mountainside Com is up twice for points and the Syco-list is only up for one. Obviously, I'm getting back into my cycling, fell out of love with it, had a bit of a glitch after my crash back in April. I'm trying to get back into it. This points race probably isn't ideal for me with the climbing in it, but it's a training day. I'm going to get it done, I'm going to get it finished, see where we are at the end of it. So if you are tuning in and liking the videos, then please do remember to click that like button, click that subscribe button. Racing today in the American time zones. It's 10:20 here in the UK, probably about 5:20 in America time zone that I'm racing in. You'll notice a lot of the American teams represented in this one, which is always fun, always good, and I look forward to racing against like the Dirt Boys, AHDR, Galaxy, and people like that. So I'm representing Level esports racing and do the best I can in this. I think it's a 34-kilometer race. We'll have a bit of a lead in, two sprint segments. I think it's a propolis or something like that. I'm not sure the pronunciation of it. I think there's a cobble section as well, but as we all know, Zwift races always go out hard. Not done many Zwift races recently, so this will be a test for me. Just done a 20-minute warm-up, and to be fair, Pain Cave is already very warm, so get my excuses out there early. Also, hopefully don't get a puncture or drop the chain. Quite difficult on a wahoo kicker bike, but they're excuses I could always use. But yeah, for me this is training day just to try and push myself, see where I'm at, and do what I can for the team. So one of those days where you've got to get back into it somewhere. Did a good 2-hour ride out on the road yesterday, averaging good speed and good power, so I was happy with that. Struggling with really tight glutes at the moment, which is giving me a lower back pain, which we get booked in for a sports massage and try and see if I can relieve that. But for now, it's going to be me, like 44 other riders in this one. I think each team can have 4 riders, and Level esports, we're sort of sharing it out. We've got a team of 8 or 9, I think, and we're just sharing out who's racing which weeks. So I didn't race last Tuesday. They threw me in at the deep end with a hilly points race, but give it a go. Let's get hot and sweaty in the Pain Cave, see what I can do, see how long I can hold on for. I'll try and get over Mayon Mountainside Com with the group, that'd be good. Syco-list leads us into the top part of the grade, which probably will be brutal and I'll be hanging on by that point. But once I've started it, I will finish it, no matter what. So if you haven't checked it out already on my channel, I did the Garmin ride out down in the New Forest here in the UK last weekend. Videos out on that. Got to meet Ben Foster, ex-England goalkeeper. Typed in GK on YouTube. and also got to meet Danny Rowe, MBE, which was a really good event, really well supported by Garmin in aid of charity, which was the main thing. Let's get that cadence right up the tree. Told you it'd go out quick, didn't I? Guessing they're going out quick to try and get to those sprint segments. Right, that's settled a bit. 500 watts out the gate on grey. In the bunch a bit. You see in the top right corner what I mean about hilly route. There. Main mountainside comm, straight into its comm, straight into the top part of the grade. Yes, we do get to this end, but you're not at the party at the top. We ain't going to gain it on the descent. So. Things have eased a bit now. Quite nice. As you can see, the old cyclist suntan on my arms. I was going to try and cover it up, but some of it's from cycling, some of it's from golf. Trying to do multiple things. Bit of golf, just getting back to that 15 years out, but a bit of time for my own mental health. Got to do on the bike, give you that bit of space. Get out and do something, get some fresh air, get some exercise, and be around like-minded people. A bit like cycling, but I haven't been racing as much in the real world since the crash. I've sort of not been around the lads from the RT as much. Been and supported a couple of races, but building myself back up to that at the end of the month. I'll be back racing in the real world. Yeah, building back up to that nicely, and this is all part of that training. Here you go, here's the first sprint. This is for FTS and FAL points. Don't know how to pronounce it. Syco-list sprint. Sounds good. Everyone's gonna heat this up, aren't they? Wow. I work the legs up. I'll get the heart rate back down. Whew. It wasn't helping when I was sprinting, hitting the Wahoo desk in front of me. Kept on touching the brakes. So got that down a little bit now. Yeah, I haven't raced for a while. Same way sprint, next one then. Shorter than the first one, but this takes us into like bottom of one of the climbs as well, so start near the back, use the draft. I'll move through the field. Breathing heavy now. That's what I mean about the hills. Down the pedals. Get to that blue bit. Have a respite. Go again. Yeah, watts per kilo aren't my thing. The joy is you get to do this one again. Try and grab a wheel there. Cheers, Chad. I am trying, buddy. Yeah. Looking at the map in the top right corner, whole race is split up. Whew. That is unreal, not gonna lie. Gonna take it steady up here and if that group behind me can catch me and sit in with them, and then try and recover in that little group. I'm not closing the 6-second gap on those in front. That's ideally what I want to do, but see what happens. Yeah, definitely not getting on those in front, so take a little bit of respite. Let this group catch me before we get to the bottom of the grade, halfway up the grade, and then at least it gives me a bit of a carrot and a donkey then. Try and hold that group, stay with them. You see that group behind? The person that's on the front is doing over 4 watts per kilo. But the person in 4 is only doing like 2.9, sat in the draft. But at the moment for me, I'm doing it all myself. So if I can get back in that draft of that group, means I have to spend less energy, stay at that speed. So about to come on to me now, so about 5 meters or so behind me. There they are. The Wahoo kicker fan is now on full. No more ventilation coming my way. That's 9% there, look. Whew. Looks like I've got a teammate bridging across to me, which will be good. A thought. Adam's just coming across. There he is. This is where the pain begins. Joining the grade, about halfway up it. Always find it brutal when it's at this race. Get into my own tempo. Just try and control it as best I can, I suppose. I'm hoping I did get some points on the sprint segments. John tried it, but knew that was the only way I could possibly get any points out of this race for the team. So yeah, hoping I got some. But yeah, this is just about finding something that's comfortable. At least you can see that the tan is real, not fake. It's not running down my arms like a fake tan. Sweating like anything out here. Garage thermometer showing 28 degrees. So definitely get some heat training in. Yeah, this race is massively sprinted. As you can see, the zigzags in the top right corner. I think I was about a minute slower up at Syco. No, I did sit up and wait for the group behind, but most of these riders up there blowing themselves days, and then I can maybe pick a few off. But the way Adam's just left me with that group in front and got 25 seconds in me, it's going to be a toughie. Hopefully my watts per kilo going down as that. Now there's my carrot, dressed in orange as well. Yeah, so my heart rate, the sort of watts I'm putting out, sky high. So I'm guessing that's the heat as well. And the big part, normally this sort of watts, be around the 130s. Yeah. You can see why Rich Hale was happy to drop out this one. Richie Howe, if you're listening, good choice to drop out this one. Definitely not designed for your eye, this one. But Woo. Getting there. Well, 2 more minutes of effort to get over the top of this one. Whew. There's the banner. Whew. Cheers for jumping in the chat, Kristen. Yeah, it's a bit warm in here. One more joining the party, look, from Herd. halfway. You can definitely tell my glutes on fire and pain it's putting in my lower back. Need a sports massage on my glute. Ain't happy. That's a whole lot of ass not to be happy. No one said the epic one was part of it. Yeah, John is definitely a beast. Definitely a beast. I don't have the live data in front of me, but I'm guessing from where I am to the front of this race is probably nearly 3 minutes. Yeah, definitely burning some calories. That Adam's doing well. He's a minute and 40 down the road now, so he's gaining back the paces after this climb. Whew. Oh. I'm putting in the hurt locker now. Come on, stay on the pedals. Whew. Yeah, definitely working hard. Just when you can't stay with those front glutes on the climbs, it just becomes your own training ride then. I'm the best, keeping it turning over. So much easier when I do all the recon rides like I do for WTRL seasons and stuff, to really know the route, and does help. This I briefly looked at this morning over breakfast, and yeah, parts of it I know, parts of it I don't, but when you put it all together it's quite tough. So very much stuck in no man's land now as well. Yeah, John, my training's been a bit hit and miss. So I was ready for the start of the race season, beginning of April. Crashed in my first race. Was out without the race bike for a while. I fell out of love with cycling, so my training has been, since that crash, very hit and miss. My coach has tried to keep me going and keep me inspired, but yeah, I just fell out of love with it. Everyone at Level Esports have helped, and I'm gradually coming back, and yeah, trying to get the miles back in the legs, and then just starting my new block of 4-week training now, targeting a race at the end of the month. So power figures aren't too bad. Just when you come indoors on Zwift and you're racing against people half your weight, it makes a big difference. So yeah, I don't hide all my stats and figures and stuff on here. You'll see at the end what my power was, and I can already tell that my average power is massively down to where I was probably February, March time. These sorts of races I was averaging 270, 280 average power. So it is down, but like you say, when I've dropped off the back of the group today, it's hard to keep focus, keep momentum, but it's going to be over an hour in the bag, and I've enjoyed it. Didn't realise how hot Pain Cave was going to be, which is another thing that's happening, but I can make all the excuses in the world. But when I came back from the cycling training camp in Tenerife in March, I was ready for the race season. Crash, 45 minutes into the crash, when I did crash, I'd averaged about 280 odd watts in that race out in the bracket Thruxton, so I had plenty left in the tank. But then, yeah, when your mental health stays up and the sport that you love that got you out on the bike and helps you get rid of those blurs in your mind, it's difficult to know what to do. Hence, I started playing a bit of golf because it's gave me something different to channel back into after 15 years away from it. But cycling is my passion, and I want to get back to it. So the grind is slowly starting. So, and to be fair, when I set up the YouTube channel, I did it just because I thought I'm going to spend the winter indoors training. It'd be good just to showcase what I'm doing. And then I joined Level Esports and started doing recon videos and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's just gone on from there. But keep plodding away. I'm still here. Yeah, this race will motivate me. It's the reason why I sign up to it. It gives you a reason to get up. Obviously, this was a 10:20 race this morning, so up, motivated, getting the fuel in right, getting it done. So cool down after this, nice bit of lunch. And go from there really. Got backed off now because I wasn't really closing on Jones in front of me. Got it down to about 33 seconds, but and, as long as Venka doesn't catch me, I don't mind, but if he does, save a bit for him. I think we've got an uphill finish as well, which would be great. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why, John, I did do the recon videos for WTRL for everyone to see like a week in advance, and then changed it within Level the race with the American time zone in the morning, so I can get the actual race video out that morning for people to see as well. Because when I do the recons, some of the data always changes. You might get different power-ups or FTS, FAL, so it's always good to know that morning. When WTRL comes back, I will definitely get back doing the recons, but trying to recon this summer showdown thing was too difficult because there was different races for different categories. So basically Venka is putting in the effort, he's closing the seconds down. They're not the final climbers, is it? May and Mountain Comp. Yeah, May and Mountain Comp. Could be in for an interesting little finish if I let Denki get much closer. 5 seconds now. I haven't got much left in the legs to be fair. Going back out in 8 seconds now. Just want to dangle the carrot a little bit on. I read his slogan on his name thing saying eat dirt. I just feel like I want to lure him back in and then go, but I'm mindful that he might just do me over the line. So here we go, let's make a race of it. On the tail now, 4 meters, 3 meters, 2 meters, 1 meter. There he is. There you go. Whew. The 241 watts average, 3.1 watts per kilo. Yeah, it's really under par from there, not going to lie. Normally 275, sort of 3.6, 3.7 watts, but Adam's come in 42nd, and quick scoot up through. Charles has done well, 13th. Done well there, Charles, well done. And Nat's done well, 7th. Yeah, so good team points there. Obviously not sure about the sprints, but some good figures. Turn that fan off and you can talk to you properly then. So yeah, so obviously that's not where I want it to be, fitness wise, but probably only the second Zwift race I've done in a while, which is, you know, what it takes to get back into outdoor riding. Yesterday did 2 hours, averaged about 20 mile an hour on the pace and 240 watts out on the road in headwind and stuff. So just coming back indoors. Not gonna make any excuses about the route really, it's a hilly route, I knew that. But if you don't get out here and try them, then you ain't training basically. There's figures there to work on and look at. And like I said, it's just me mentally getting back into the game. I've gone through periods of really low mood, not wanting to get out of bed, not wanting to train, really doing like the bare minimum. And sometimes you just need that kick at the backside to get out there and do it. And doing the Garmin ride out last week with one of my sponsors, CAS, Cycling Appreciation Society, that launched their new kit later on this month. It was good to be out amongst like-minded people. It gave me a bit of a buzz again for cycling, so trying to get back on top of the training, trying to get at least all of my training sessions with my coach done and reworking our figures and resetting the goals. But the season's long, still got plenty of time out in the real world to get some races in and really sort of get myself ready for towards the end of the season where I'll come back indoors, bring all the WTRL, Zwift Racing League stuff to you, probably some Flamry's Racing Tour series as well, and Richie Vale. But yeah, hopefully just be in a better place. So I think it's sometimes good to realise that you're not okay and you need to do something about it. That's definitely where I was. Cycling was always my release from my mental health, to get out and do it. And obviously when that became an issue for me and I didn't want to cycle, I knew that I was digging myself a big hole. So back on it, back on the bike, thanks to Level Esports Racing and League RT for the support that they've given me. Obviously my partner is amazing, she supports me in everything as well. My coach has been behind me. I'm hoping that doing these videos, chatting openly about mental health and struggles and stuff like that, that if you're in a similar position, then reach out to me, Instagram or Free Companion, whatever. Yeah, but I've got some exciting things coming up in the near future, cycling related, and hopefully end of the month I'll be back racing in the real world as well. So thanks for everyone that's jumped in the chat and enjoyed the video. If you are liking the videos, then please, as my little 6-year-old boy would say, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, like and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.